Hello and welcome to the CTM News Summer Edition. I'm Grace Connolly. Today, as we approach the new school year with teachers setting up their classrooms, Parker Middle School is receiving some new renovations. We will check in with field reporter Lauren to see what is happening. Over to you, Lauren.
Hello, I am Lauren Connolly, and right now I am by some construction here. Also, I'm with Principal Blagg. What is happening here?
Hi, how are you? Thanks for having me. So right now, as in all the schools in Chelmsford, we're building a security vestibule. Basically, this is a small room where any visitors would come in and get checked, check in with the main office. We clear that they're who they say they are and they're here for the right reasons, and then they're cleared to come into the building. It's just another way to keep kids and staff safe.
Change is really good, and we always have to kind of move along with the change. The new vestibule, I think, is going to be fabulous at the front of the building for parents to kind of enter in and for security and safety. So I'm really thrilled about that new piece that we have.
I think that change is good, and everybody likes to see things come along and be different.
Do you think the fifth graders going into sixth, do you think they will like the change, or do you think they won't?
Oh yeah, I think they'll be intrigued, and I think they'll like the change. Yeah,
I agree.
like a little sitting room.
It's fun to be at a new school and see new things.
This is Allie Benoit, back to you with the news desk.
Thank you, Allie and Lauren. The renovations at Parker seem to be going great. Parker is pretty old and has great history. It deserves some new changes. Speaking of great history, I am here with author and former librarian Catherine Cryan Hicks, who has written the historical fiction novel Derailed. How did you get your idea to write your book?
Well, it's funny you asked, because it was when I was at work at the library in Chelmsford. I worked at the Chelmsford Library. This was back in the 1990s, I think around 93 or 94. And I got a reference call from this woman in Andover who said her mother had heard about a circus train derailment on School Street in West Chelmsford. And she said it happened sometime in the early 1900s. Well, I grew up on School Street. In fact, I still live there. And I had never heard of it.
What inspired you to blend fiction and history together?
Well, that's a good question. I found that the story itself, the real factual story, was pretty amazing. And I thought, I want kids to know about this. You know, you grow up in a neighborhood, and it's nice to know the history behind it, that local history. And I was surprised I had never heard about it. I then went and I interviewed a man that lived right down the street from me. His name was Frederick Byrne, and he was there in 1911 at that derailment site. He went the next morning, and he described some of the images that I used in the story, because I had to get, he was my primary source, I think, and the stories in the newspaper were another kind of primary source that I used. But I felt like I didn't have enough to make an interesting story, and I really wanted kids growing up in Chelmsford to know about it. And I wanted to put it in a format that would be interesting and kind of fun to read, because this newspaper already had an account, and you can go and read that account. But I felt like I wanted it to mean something to people who read the story, that they could, like I did. What I did was I put myself in the place of my main character, and I thought, what would I want to do? What would I want to, you know, if I knew that was happening in my town, I'd want to go down there to the tracks and learn more about it and see it for myself.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us today at CTM News, and thank you for watching. Have a great night. Can I get the mic a little higher? Give me a desire. I can be desire.